Hey there, and welcome to the Elden Rim Weapon Arts mod installation guide. I'm going to explain what it is, tell you why I think it's so cool, and show how to install and use it, and maybe demo some of the cool powers at the end. Okay, so I really like this mod, but it is annoying as crap to use. Not intuitive at all, and that's why when I figured it out, I immediately decided I would make a guide for it, both so I can remember how to do it, and for... First, why should you use this mod? It's a collection of weapon special attacks that you can add to your tool bag as a non-caster. Some of them even seem pretty quasi-magical. It goes deep, having its own progression system, but you can also enjoy it in a more shallow manner, just getting one or two signature moves for a given character. The main mechanism for using the powers is having one of these Ash of War items. You can essentially equip two abilities to each Ash and activate them via the quick menu. See Valiana here using a basic shoulder tackle by using the item, and then using a spin attack by holding sprint and using the item. I'll get into how to use this mod after the installation section. Obviously, you install it like any mod, by dragging it into your mod manager.
What the hell is this?
Yep, there's a lot. Let's go through it. Now that means downloading files 0, you need the base, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 part 1 to have the actual special attacks. Get Elden Weapon Arts for TAC 2 for NPCs if you want them to have it too. I did not. Don't worry, almost none of these take slots. You can download number 5 if you used MCO or not. I actually have MCO and don't have this file, so my Elden Rim attacks don't interface with MCO at all. If you have Maxu Poise, you can get the Maxu Poise for Elden Rim file to integrate the parry abilities of Elden Rim into Maxu Poise, but also, I do have Maxu Poise and I don't have this file. So don't feel obligated. Alright, next step. Let's look at all the requirements. And there are a lot of them. Just like MCO and BFCO, modders are basically building a mountain of new capabilities in Skyrim, and that needs a mountain of required mods. Of course, if you're looking at this mod at all, you probably have MCO or BFCO already. Seriously, MCO and BFCO have the same level of technical setup, and none of the additional in-game setup, but also not nearly as much flair as Elden Rim. You should consider using them if you don't. Okay, doing this live again.
No. We'll do it live!
Remember to drill down to all the requirements of requirements whenever you install something like this. It's not really so bad. Behavior Data Injector. You're going to need Address Library and SKSE. Address Library, for your version of Skyrim, I'm on 1.5.97, that's SE. 1.6 point whatever is any version of AE. Download Behavior Data Injector. And for if you have AE, grab Universal Support. Optionally, install either BFCO or MCO, but as I said earlier, you don't actually need those mods to use Elden Rim. But I'm not going to go through the requirements for these mods. I have an entire video for that. Should have a card at the corner of the screen right now. If you want one of them, go do that now, or go after you're done with this video. Detry's key utils. We already have Address Library. Download for your version. I'm on 1.5.97. Open Animation Replacer. Side note here, anything that requires DAR, just get OR instead. Alright, for this, we already have Address Library. We already have SKSE. Get this distributable. You should already have it as part of your system, but get it if you don't. Animation Q Fix and paired animation improvements. Animation Q Fix prevents your character from getting stuck when you have a lot of animations installed, which we probably will. Boop. Paired animation improvements just makes kill moves better, and it's like a framework for modders, honestly. Alright, and that was all to kit or Payload Interpreter. We already have Address Library. Get this redistributable, and you'll need either Nemesis or Pandora. Scrambled bugs. Something you should already have as a basic bug fix. We have address library and SKSE. Get this distributable. Get scrambled bugs for your version of the game. I'm just going to take a second to talk about it. There are a lot of engine bug fixes and patches. The main thing that I think we need for this mod is the magic effect flags and improved multiple enchantment effects, which allows you to have multiple enchantment effects. That's required for a lot of magic mods. Of course, get SPID, which I did a video on SPID a long time ago. We already have address library. Power 3's tweaks, which you should have as basic bug fixes. Just requires address library. Huh, there's an update. Yeah, get, for any version of Skyrim, get Power 3's tweaks. Get SPID for any version. Back to Elden Rim. SSE engine fixes. We have address library, we have SKSE. I believe we have this, but get it just to be sure. Unlike early on in SSE's history, there's no longer a need to have a part 1 and part 2, just pick the all-in-one for your game version. For me, 1.5.97. True directional movement, which allows your character to change direction with their weapon out and at any time. Okay, we have address library, MCM helper, Nemesis or Pandora, Sky UI, True HUD, SKSE. Alright, you have the choice of either using Nemesis or Pandora. I have an entire video about Pandora, which I talk about how it's better than Nemesis and how you can actually still use Nemesis for anything. Requirements for Nemesis, another distributable, which you should probably already have. It's like a nesting doll, isn't it? If you get lost, take a breath. You can do it. MCM helper. Address library we have. Sky UI is right here. SKSE we have. Sky UI, SKSE. True HUD. Address library we have. SKSE, Sky UI, and MCM helper. So what MCM helper does makes MCMs better for the mod authors. So just go ahead and get it. Yeah, you would download this version if you're on AE or VR. This version if you're on 1.5.97. Sky UI, the UI mod. I mean, you should have this if you mod Skyrim in general. So this is the original UI, and it's made for controllers and console. And this is Sky UI, so now you have a search function, and you have the ability to sort, and you have the ability to go to different categories. Also, it's much more pleasing to the eye. Get Sky UI. Same for every version. True HUD has HUD improvements. It was originally part of True Directional Movement. Yeah, it's just a better HUD. Back to True Directional Movement. Get it. Finally, back to Elden Rim. Optionally, you can use Wheeler. I don't have it. I think the vanilla quick menu works better for Elden Rim. And this is the you can have MCO. Modern Stagger Lock. I'm going to open both. So we already went through Ore and Nemesis creature behavior, which if you're deep into Skyrim modding, you might think that sounds bad, but it's really just if you have Nemesis, you need this for creatures to be able to use attack animations from Nemesis. If you have Pandora, you don't need this. All right, and this is the SSE version. Same requirements. If you're confused on how to download from GitHub, right-click on this, save link as, and that's all the requirements. All right, after you have all that installed, then you run Nemesis or Pandora, whichever one you have. It's a pretty easy setup if you don't have it. Link in the description for a Pandora setup video. And there should be a card at the corner right now. I'm going to do something a little weird this time. I'm going to get to the proper way to use this mod, but here's how you use it improperly. And also the basic how to assign and use abilities. That is, if you want to just grab a couple moves and be done with the mod, you know, for like a one-off character or something, and don't want to go through the regular progression, do this. Go to Add Item menu or Mod X if you have it. Grab an Ash of War. It doesn't matter which one. Favorite this Ash of War. Put it on a hotkey. With the quick menu using the Q button on a keyboard. You'll need to go back to Add Item menu to give yourself a scroll for an ability you want. I'll be showcasing some of the cooler ones later on. Just equip and use the scroll and you learn it, and it'll ask you which Ash of War you want to assign it on. Just pick whichever one you already have. Then it'll ask you how you want to be able to use it. Now each Ash of War has 2 slots you can put an ability in for a total of 10 abilities. The first is activated when you just press the hotkey. This is called Direct Cast. AKA from what I showed you, mine is just pressing the 4 button. The second is activated when you hold the sprint button and press the hotkey. If you're still here, that means you want to experience the progression of the full mod, more for full playthroughs. You have 2 powers to start, Refresh and Meditation. Refresh is a simple extra free attack that uses your power button. It's like a get off me button, good for heavy weapons. Meditation is your menu power. On the menu, from left to right, crafting items is how you make Ashes of War, runes and such. Learning weapon art is how you make your own scrolls for learning new abilities. You'll notice that the list you get is not the list that is available in the entire game. Some of them have to be found in the wild as random drops, or gotten through Add Item menu, or they have skill requirements. Check weapon art just tells you which weapon arts you currently have equipped on each Ash of War. Enchanting, creating potion, forging equipment, that's just for ease of use. It's vanilla menus. Thanks, mod author. Also made my menu extremely wide so it's hard to hit cancel. Okay, let's drill down further into these menus. If you go into the crafting items menu, you can craft Ashes of War. Not all of them are available from the get-go. They are unlocked by skill levels. When you hit level 40 in the appropriate vanilla skill, you get the ability to craft an Ash of War. For Arcane, it's Enchanting. Dexterity, one-handed skill. Strength, two-handed skill. Mystery is Sneaking. And Fortune is available from the beginning. As earlier stated, you can just give these to yourself with Add Item menu. You don't actually need the skill level to use the Ashes of War, if you want to bypass this progression system. The ability to craft some scrolls and some other things are gated behind your skill level in this mod. As I mentioned earlier, most enemies drop soul sediment, and you have to crush it in your hand. It's kind of like soul progression in Dark Souls, and that will level up your ability in this mod. So this is the basis for this mod. Once you know an ability, and be sure you read the ability, because certain things are only available with certain weapons. Once you have some abilities though, you've got a few signature moves which can be pretty cool. And now here's even more complexity. If you look at the mod and Add Item menu, there are a number of other items that aren't part of this mechanic. They give you extra one-off abilities when you have them. Check out the incantation items in the runes. And here I'm going to showcase every single special attack. So this is as good a time as any to say so long and thanks for watching. Because this is going to be long. Enjoy!
you're still here. It's over. Go home.